All right, and we're live. So, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of HP Critical's Does It Hold Up? I'm your host Brandon, as usual, and today, are we playing one game? Or are we playing three games? You decide, because the game we're going to be playing today is Mega Man: The Wily Wars. Now, for those who don't know what this game is, obviously Mega Man is probably one of the most well-known video game characters ever, just straight up. Had a lot of games back in the day, but he was mainly known to be on Nintendo consoles during this era. Like the first six Mega Man games were all on NES. Then on Super Nintendo, they started transitioning a little more into the Mega Man X series. But Mega Man, despite him coming out on a lot of Nintendo systems, it's a Capcom character. So Capcom doesn't necessarily have to make Nintendo exclusive games. They didn't. In fact, they definitely did not have to. They did not have that exclusivity right. They're third parties, and they just made games for the Nintendo console because, quite frankly, that was just the most popular console at the time. But of course, those who know their gaming history know in the early '90s, Super Nintendo and Genesis had kind of like a big battle to see who would come out on top in terms of selling better. And I think ultimately Capcom ultimately chose like the Super Nintendo as kind of like the home for Mega Man. But it seems to me, based on this game that we're going to be playing today, that they wanted to throw their hat just a little bit into the Genesis era to see if there was an audience there. It was similar to what they did back in the day with Castlevania Bloodlines. For those who remember that past episode, this is the only Castlevania game that they made for the Genesis. Everything else for that era was either on their Super Nintendo or, famously in the case of Castlevania Rondo of Blood, they made that for the TurboGrafx 16. They ultimately made a Super Nintendo port because, to sell more of that game. But this was the only Castlevania game because they realized the audience for that series was on the Nintendo platforms. And similarly, this game I don't think was a huge success for Capcom for two reasons. One, because again the audience for Mega Man games was on Nintendo, and two, what this game is a remake of the first three Mega Man games. Like I said, they were just kind of like dipping their toes to see if there was an audience in the Genesis, and so they decided to just do I guess pretty much remakes of the first three games for the Genesis, and that's what we're going to be playing today. Now, those who have been following this series for a while know that I did Mega Man 2 way back in season 1 of Does It Hold Up. But on my own time, I have also played the original Mega Man on NES as well as Mega Man 3. I used the Legacy Collection to play those. But I've never played the Wily Wars versions of these games. And I don't think there's too much more to say beyond what I have already said. It's Genesis remakes of the first three games. And I hear Mega Man purists are not the hugest fans of how these remakes turned out, but I'm curious to see how they play for myself. So, like I said, am I playing one game or am I playing three games? It's gonna be, it's all in one collection, so technically it's one. But oh, by the way, I just want to let you guys know this real quick. For whatever reason, Twitch does not have Mega Man: The Wily Wars as an available game when you put down the list. So yeah, when I switch between the games, I'm gonna have to like do it manually between Mega Man 2, and Mega Man 3. It's unfortunate, but there will be a little bit of break while I get those set up. Not a huge one, but yeah, that's what we got to do. So yeah, we're gonna just to play a little bit. I know the games fairly well, so what I'm mainly gonna be gauging is just how different is it from like there's original versions, and I'll be mentioning that as I go on. So despite it being three games, I imagine it'll still feel like the length of just one game for the purposes of this episode. So just to let you guys know that in terms of length of this episode. But I still wanted to give it its own. The Mega Man: The Wily Wars is the only game I'm playing tonight. I still wanted to give it its own slot because it is technically three Mega Man games. So, just in case I run a little long, wanted to just give myself that buffer. But anyway, let's read the description. Here we go. So this came out in '94. So by that point, I can almost assure you that some more Mega Man games came on the NES, and I think there was a few Super Nintendo ones that had come out as well. So I think this really was kind of like like I said, their test to see if there was an audience for Mega Man on Genesis. Anyway, the first three games in the renowned Mega Man series, compiled for the Genesis/Mega Drive. Beat all three games to unlock Wily Tower, where you can challenge a new boss. So yeah, that is a little fun bonus. You do have to beat the first three Mega Man games, which I am not doing here on this stream. So unfortunately, I will not be able to show off the Wily Tower. So we're gonna have to just go by how does the games feel in Genesis, and that's what we're gonna find out right now. I'm gonna lower my volume a little bit though, because it's a little loud. Capcom, man, was just having victory after victory during this era, I must say. Street Fighter mainly, but obviously Mega Man was a big series for them as well. So right off the bat, I mean, it's pretty well documented at this point that the Super Nintendo was a more powerful console than the Genesis. But even so, Genesis is still a 16-bit console. So I have to imagine at the very least the presentation for these games must be miles better than what we got on NES. Unless you're a purist that really enjoys the 8-bit art style, which if you are, no shame. Honestly, the sprite work they did back in those days was great. Look at all those eyes. I'm assuming those are all the different. Yep. Those are all the different robot masters across the 3 games. With Roll kind of thrown in there as well. So let's see what we got for options. Oh yeah. Let me fix that. I want to jump with. Hold on. I'm sorry. I want to jump with A. I want to shoot with B, and then access the window with C. Yeah, that is my preferred configuration. I don't know how most Genesis players feel about the way buttons are configured, but because I'm so used to Nintendo consoles, I'm really more used to having my jump button be on the most left side, any kind of action, and to be on the other right button. So that's kind of how I play. Then of course you got your music and your sound test. So I'm glad it does have that option though. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit from there. Okay, so we got actual files. And then you get to choose which Mega Man game you wanted to play. I gotta say, this is kind of not what I was expecting from the, oh yeah. Mega Man 1 is the only one that had 6 Robot Masters. 2 and 3 both had 8 Robot Masters each. So, it's kind of crazy, but you see like just 2 blank spots on the Mega Man 1 area. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why I expected it to be that way. I almost expected it to kind of like show like the box art for the game or some kind of image. So for it to just kind of be there, just showing the Robot Masters as kind of this representation, it's an interesting thing. But at least you can choose it. What would have been bad right off the bat is if you had to do the Mega Man games in order. This way you at least get to choose. So we are going to start with Mega Man 1 and load file 1. Oh, what? Oh, wow. So it is still there. What I literally just said. So why did it show the Robot Masters? Alright. Maybe the file shows like your progress through the game. So you can do this in a completely non-linear way if you want to, which is pretty cool. I wonder if the Wily Wars had done well, would they have done another collection on Genesis with 4 through 6? I guess we'll never know. And then you got the logo here. Oh man, that's so weird. The way you have to go through the menu is like regardless of it's not like you got to go right to go like clockwise and left to go counterclockwise, which is a little anyway. But yeah, no, this is the music for Mega Man 1 just remixed for the Genesis. So far it's pretty faithful, just with like, you know, enhanced music, enhanced graphics, but still pretty faithful because it's still using like the same kind of font. Now to figure out which one I want to fight. I'm gonna fight Elec Man first. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I like the music so far. Oh, whoa. Mega Man feels like real stiff to control for some reason. Ooh, this feels really stiff. I don't remember it being this stiff when I played the NES version. This is incredibly stiff. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't really remember it feeling this. May not have been worth it, but it does. I will say, in exchange for it feeling a little stiffer than the original, it is a little more forgiving in terms of how much it bounces Mega Man around when you get hit. So that's nice. I'm wondering if all of the games have a similar feel. Oh crud! I do remember this part being difficult. Gotta keep climbing. Oh god. The damage out... I may be misremembering, but the damage output also... Oh, here we... Oh, man, this part. Oh, no! This has nothing to do with the game itself. I'm just like... I remember this part being difficult for me personally. I mistimed it. Yeah, this part I always struggle with it. Oh no! Oh my god! Hold on. Yeah, no. No. Gotta take full advantage of these rewind features that are afforded to me. Absolutely not with that. Absolutely not with that. You may render whatever judgment you see. Oh my god. Nope. Okay. I gotta like time this better. Okay. Okay, the window is here. Got it. I just wanted to double check. I am not at all ashamed to admit that when I played, Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I might have to go with... That might have been a mistake just to even try that. Yeah. I'm not afraid to admit that when, what was I gonna say? When I played the Legacy Collection on NES, I definitely used the rewind feature for that too to get through some certain things. I'm starting to get the controls definitely feel a little more stiff compared to the original, but I'm starting to get used to it though. Oh, that's good. He's giving a lot of health. I keep forgetting there's no duck. But no, despite the initial stiffness, it feels fine. You just gotta get used to it a little. But I can already see how like a purist would probably not have a good time with this, just because it does feel so different. But the fact that you can configure the buttons to how you want alone makes it a lot better for me. Not that there was anything wrong with the NES original controls. I think those were fine. But just as an example, that's one quality of life feature that I always appreciate about a game. And so for them to have it, at, you know, for an early game like this, it's cool. Oh no, hold on. That's what I was waiting for. Is this a dead end? That sucks. Guess we do have to go left then. That is a huge bummer. Oh my god. Oh my god, where's it gonna send me? I'll take this checkpoint. This is fine. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Kyle, good to see you, man. I always appreciate the lurk. Good to hear from you, though. Oh, man, I timed that wrong. This is so difficult. Oh, God. I think the right path was okay here. It was the other path that was, like, difficult. I'll take a little damage here to get... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, now they're being stingy with the health. Oh, God. They were giving me so much a second ago. Yeah, so far, the stiffness compared to the original NES was is noticeable. It's definitely noticeable. I won't say it isn't. But once you get used to it, it's fine. But just like the... Oh my... That was cheap. No. That was cheap. That was a little cheap. This looks very similar to what I did before. It's been a very long time since I played the original Mega Man, so obviously I don't remember everything. Yeah, there's a definite feeling of stiffness. And I know I said a second ago that it's fine once you get used to it, but in this platform here, it just feels real. It feels real stiff. Can I hold? No, you gotta like rapidly press it. I will say right now that that is a feature I definitely like. One thing that the Legacy Collection added was the ability to like hold the button for rapid fire, which I 100% turn on because I do not like having to rapidly tap the button to do these things personally. Like this, like I'd much rather just like hold the button just to do the but I gotta take this thing down because if I remember correctly, you get a lot of health for taking this guy down. Or not? So I wasted time. You're wasting my time, actually. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can just pass it then. Because, nah. Gotta conserve myself here. I ain't fighting the thing for free. I am not concerned about... Oh! Boy, I don't like this. If you played the original Mega Man games back in the day, whether it was this version or the NES original, and got through it without using these rewind features, mad respect. Okay, here he is. Oof, I'm about to just take that one. Depending on where it takes me, it drops me back on. Okay, I'll take this. So what's my life count? This is my last one. This is my last one. But yeah, mad respect, because obviously when it's taking you a long time to do. This song goes hard though. Oh my god. God. He feels way faster than he used to be. Can I even do this? Like, I don't know what the preferred order for fighting these bosses are. He's a... Dude, this might be a wrap. I'm not even getting close to beating him. I'm not even getting close. He moves so erratically. Like, this is like I don't even know how you would get this pattern. That was a quarter of his health, dude. I don't know, man. This might actually be a wrap here. I was starting to get kind of a rhythm going, but he's just not taking enough damage. Yeah. Game over. So let's see where it takes me, actually. Man, oh man. Oh, I didn't make any progress. So let's see what it does if I just stage select. So right back to the original, essentially. Oh, I didn't mean to choose that, actually. I was just trying to go back. That's fine. See, I'll do a little bit of Gutsman stage, and then I'll just kind of like reset it if I can. Got you. I see those moving ones. This stage is hard just because of that. I remember this. Ah, no, I almost had it. Oh, that was a bad place to put me back. Oh my god, the timing is so... I jumped too early. Ugh. Gotta watch the seams there. Oh, no! Oh man, I pressed the wrong button and it got me. Come on. Oh my god. It disrupts my whole rhythm, man. It really does. Alright, past that part. Good. Hammer brother. Oh, that's mean. That's also mean. What the heck? In fact, I'm gonna since it did all that, now I'm gonna go do this. Oh well. That thing does so much damage. Did I already reach him? That's way shorter than Guts, man. Oh, man. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. This isn't too bad. He was actually taking damage, unlike Elec, man. I'm about to die, so let me just go back a little bit. I think I was doing worse that time. Alright, how do I die? What's going on? Am I not jumping on time? What's going on with this timing here? Maybe I should take one L just so I can have enough health to fight back. Yeah, no, I could beat him if I had full health. Which I will do in this attempt. Well, that's not quite full health, but it'll do. If I can just get lucky here. Yep, I'm full health now. Oh, I was. But that should still be good. Okay, that was terrible. That was terrible. I got too close and I was taking way too much damage. I can do this. Oh, no, I have him, man. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm having some really bad attempts here. Got you! Finally, I won one. Oh my goodness. That's cool. Alright. So that is Gutsman defeated. With that, I'm going to switch over to Mega Man 2. So I'm going to switch the stream title just real quick. But otherwise, I'm going to keep going. Alright. So yeah, let's do some Mega Man 2 going on the action. Why did you send me... Why did you send me over here? No, I don't want to do... That is not what I wanted to do. Why did you put me here? Okay. I'm gonna have to hit that reset. Because that is not what I wanted to do at all, and it won't let me leave. So just to be clear, okay, now it's letting me do 2. Presented by... Alright, is it going to have the same intro as the first game? Or, I mean, sorry, the same intro as 2 back in the NES? Let's see. In the year of 2000X, a super robot named Mega Man was created. Dr. Light created Mega Man to stop the evil desires of Dr. Wily. However, after his defeat, Dr. Wily created 8 of his own robots to counter Mega Man. So yes, the NES intro just recreated basically, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's choose the one to start with. I'm partial to starting with Airman, just because I really like the theme of his stage. Quickman I think also has a pretty good one, but Airman's has always been my favorite. That didn't count. Okay, my jump is delayed. There was a delay in my input. Oh no. That's what's happening. I know exactly. The keys didn't save. So it was pressing the wrong button. It wasn't an input delay, it was pressing the wrong button. Oh my god, so you have to do that each time it doesn't save it? Oh my... That's what's happening. God. I wonder if you have to do that each time. One thing that the NES version had that this version doesn't seem to have is like the choosing between normal and hard mode. Like it seems to be just a single difficulty. There we go. Okay, that was me. That was me. No! That's what I remember. You getting just enough knockback that it knocks you off your perch. Oh my god! There's so many of them, I hate it. Bro, get off me! There we go. Ooh, that was a good drop. I'll take that. They're like pseudo robot masters, those things. Will it take me back though? Good thing this isn't timed. Like there's playing this, I can definitely. Ooh, that was a Hail Mary jump I just did. Like playing this, I can definitely feel like the improvements that the 16-bit has, but it's also graphically still pretty similar to the way the NES version looks. So it's not a huge increase. This definitely feels like more of a remaster than a remake. Playing it now, which straight up remasters was pretty rare for this era of gaming, but they exist. So many blind jumps. Looking at this level now, I wonder if there's a level in Subspace Emissary from Super Smash Bros. Brawl that was inspired by the Airman level. Oh, no, don't want to go through that. Oh my god, you came at the worst possible time. Dude, that jump is hard. Wow, hold up. This part. You get overwhelmed so fast and then you can't like do anything. And that jump is like really hard. Like what the That's one thing that I don't like about early games is like when you get like those power-ups, they don't even like a game usually like flashes to indicate that hey, this power-up is going to disappear if you don't get it like right now. But this game doesn't do that. I don't think the original did either. Which that's definitely one thing that I like that later games would improve upon. Or video games in general, not even the Mega Man series necessarily. Oh no, you don't. Not like that. Let me go back a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, another one. Come on, please let it stay for a second. Alright, Airman time. Alright, I'll come in. I'll do another attempt with full health. Oh no, nah. I had you. I had you. Got you. Get equipped with air shooter. Message from Dr. Light. Item 2 completed. Get your weapons ready. Get equipped with item 2. It's cool that it shows you what color it indicates to do what now. So Airman's defeated. Let me see something real quick. Air shot. Let's see. I think it's the air shot that I'm looking for. Oh no, this is so hard to look up. This is so hard to look up. There we go. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. We're gonna do Crash Man next. There we go. That makes the platforms. That's what it was. The idea of Mega Man games that you can basically do them in any order and get rewarded for figuring out things is like one of its best traits, I think. Let's try out the air shooter. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Oh my god. Oh, extra life. We'll take it. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. No. Come on. I don't want to wait for all that. Oh, okay. This is suspicious. It's getting dark. Okay. Let's try the left path. Oh no. It's gotten very dark. Lame. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Come on, dude. That goes away way too fast. When we take those. There we go. Hold up. I got something for you. Here it is. Alright, here we go. Crashman is here. And I got his weakness though. Which takes him out in a few hits if you aim well. Which I'm not aiming well. Oh, there we go. See? There you go. So that's the key to Mega Man. You get one weapon, and then one weapon essentially helps you find the next enemy's weakness. And that's the name of the game. One thing I love about it is like you can just do it in any order you want. Like the final level is obviously always going to be the same, but you can get there any way you want. And get one ability and get one weapon master's ability to defeat the other one with great success. I'm gonna make a spin point actually because I'm making some good progress actually. But save file there. But I'm gonna hit up that reset real quick because we're gonna do Mega Man 3 to finish up for the night. Alright. They are faded, so it is saving my progress, even though I am resetting, which is cool. I like that a lot. This is pretty nostalgic, because I did play a bit. Of the 3 games that I've been playing tonight, Mega Man 3 is the only one that I haven't finished. But I still remember having a good time with it. Like, I remember enjoying the music a lot for 3. But which one do I want to do? Like 3 has some really good music, if nothing else. I'm gonna try Sparkman. You notice right off the bat that the so you have Rush Copter, which is a Rush Coil, which will give you a nice little jump. But you have that right from the start, which is one thing I liked about 3 a lot. But also, I forgot again that it reset that it doesn't save your buttons, which I hate. I really wish it saved your buttons. It saves everything else, like you have the save file, but I really don't like that it doesn't save your buttons, so I have to keep doing this. That is definitely an annoying process if you're going to if you're like coming back to the game. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Annoying, but okay. Taking advantage of that invincibility frame. Ooh, definitely would have liked something else there. So he's invincible while he's charging it. God, this has so much. There we go. That's an annoying little mini boss of sorts. Oh! I didn't think it'd be that fast. I love how it says second floor there to give you that little indication. Haha, no. What sucks is like you gotta. There's such a rhythm to it that you have to like do it all in one shot. Like I can't rewind to like a specific jump to like do it. It just has to be all at once. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. For those who played this back in the day and did these like and went through the effort to do all these in like the okay, to do this in the single attempts, I have nothing but respect because this is hard. And it sounds like it'd be very oh my god, are you serious? Okay, I stopped the Metard before it got me. Let's go ahead and... Let's get Rush Coil out. There we go, that's exactly what I was trying to do there. Oh. Okay, that's how you... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is stupid. Oh my... Bro, this is so bad. Who designed this part? This is like super frustrating. Oh yeah, Mega Man has his slide in this game. Which is not really told to you. You just kind of have to know. That's my own fault. I should have been a little more patient there. I think we're almost there, actually. I didn't get any emergency tanks, so we're just gonna have to just do it. Oh, this is a pretty safe spot, actually. Oh my god, he can't do anything to me here. I got him trapped. Haha, there we go. Yay for exploits. We got him! We got him. We got the Spark Blaster, I guess it's called. Off to the next. You got Spark Shock. He's barely, there's barely a difference registering here in the Mega Man. Oh, you gotta save it. Now it's registered. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there for the night though, because I think we got a pretty good idea of what's what now. So let's go ahead and talk about Mega Man the Wily Wars. Yeah, first off, if you've never played Mega Man, yeah, you've basically from the gameplay, you saw the gist of it. You go through these levels in any order you choose, fight a boss at the end after some difficult platforming and enemies throw your way, and then after you defeat the enemy, you gain a weapon which you can use against other enemies as well as bosses. And certain enemies have certain bosses and enemies alike, but mostly bosses, have weaknesses to certain weapons, and of course each weapon acts differently as well, and some are used for more utility purposes, but you are literally getting stronger as you go by gaining these weapons, and once you have all of them, then you go to the final boss. So that's the core of what Mega Man is. The series hasn't really changed too much from that formula in terms of the mainline games. Obviously there's spin-offs like the Battle Network games, which are more RPG-like, but you get the idea. The original Mega Man and Mega Man X games are platformers where you have that formula. So that's always been good. Like, I can tell you right now, as someone that has played the original Mega Man games, all of them hold up very well. They are obviously, even 9 and 10. 9 and 10 deliberately chose to go back to like the 8-bit art style that was seen in the original 6 Mega Man games, and it's a testament to how well that sprite work still holds up today, honestly. But no, they're difficult. They're difficult games. They are difficult games. You have to, you either have to have a lot of patience or be willing to use those rewind features to get you through those games. But aside from that, they're very good games. If you're not opposed to, you can play it either way. You can make it really difficult and play it how they used to play it, and just like do trial and error until you eventually make your way through it and try to figure out the enemy weaknesses yourself. Or you could do what I did, which is how I played the game and still enjoyed it. Look up, like, basically, use rewind features if you get stuck on levels so you don't get stuck on the same level for hours, and look up what enemy is weak to what, so you can just go through the levels in a certain order. Whichever order you choose, you still can choose, but it'll save you the trial and error of figuring out which enemy is weak to what without going through the levels repeatedly, so it'll save you some time. So if you play it that way, I find it's very enjoyable that way, but you can also just brute force your way through the game yourself without using any of that, and it's still fun. It's still fun, but I think those accessibility options today make it a lot easier to figure to enjoy these games today. So Mega Man on itself holds up. So now let's talk about the Wily Wars specifically. Again, these are Genesis remakes of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. I will say right off the bat, I understood immediately playing Mega Man 1 on Genesis what the complaints were about the controls, because I will say initially it did feel a little bit stiff compared to how I remember Mega Man feeling. Like, it's not one-to-one. They did not preserve the exact feel of how Mega Man controls. Now, that being said, I think that would only really hurt someone that's like a hardcore purist that played the originals. I think if you're someone like me who only plays the Mega Man games casually, or you've never played them at all, I think this is fine. You can get used to the controls very quick. Like, by the time I had played like maybe 2 minutes of Mega Man 1 Genesis version, I was fine. Everything was fine. I think my only real complaint with this, like, honestly, I loved how, you have all 3 games there. You save your progress, so even if you die, you can just reload it. That's game-changing right there, because original Mega Man games didn't have that. You kind of had to, Legacy Collection added that, I believe. But this was like the first, I think, Mega Man collection of any kind that gave you those kind of features to, like, save your progress. And that alone is a thumbs up for me. But on top of that, then you can just do the Mega Man games in anywhere you choose, and it shows your progress. Like, you're not limited to what you can do there. Like, I bounced back between the 3 Mega Man games this stream. I did a little bit of 1, did a little bit of 2, did a little bit of 3, and then it was fine. We had a good time. Don't ignore the fact that I held up the wrong fingers for the numbers, but don't worry about that. So I do like that. I wish, my only real complaint is, like, I really wish that that your control configuration saved alongside your progress, because it was annoying to have to keep going back into the menu to switch that, or forget and then have to reset the whole level because I'm meant to jump, but I'm shooting or using my weapon select. Like, you know, I love that the option's there. It's great that it's there. I just wish that those control configurations saved and didn't leave when you left the game. Like, that's no good for me. But beside that little minor complaint, I think these are perfectly acceptable ways to play the 3 Mega Man games. Now, again, it is just the first 3 Mega Man games. And graphic-wise, the art style pretty much the same. Like, the sound quality is better because it's on Genesis. The graphics are also slightly better because it's on Genesis. But it's not a huge difference. You could play either the Wily Wars or the original NES originals of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 and have a pretty similar experience, I'd say. So with that being... Hold on, I'm sorry. 1 second, people. Okay, I'll fix that later. Sorry about that. Anyway, so you'll have a pretty comparable experience if you're playing. I actually... me personally, I definitely prefer the controls of the original 3 Mega Man games, but I definitely prefer the presentation that is seen here in Wily Wars. Like, again, it's not a huge jump up. I would say it's more of a remaster than a remake in terms of its improvements in terms of music and graphics, but it is still an improvement, and I will appreciate it for that. But that being said, I'll just go ahead right off the bat and say Mega Man The Wily Wars definitely holds up because they're slightly different, they're what's the best way to say this? They are slightly less... God, I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase this. Like, what I'm trying to say is that the controls are not quite as good as the original, but they're still fine. You could still have a good time with this game. So I think these are still good versions to play if you wanted to play the first 3 Mega Man games. And that's what I'm kind of like transitioning to next, is that it's a matter of your bang for your buck if you're trying to really get into the Mega Man series. Like, the Wily Wars by itself holds up. Would you want to play it over the Legacy Collection, though, is kind of something I want to address real quick, because with the Legacy Collection, you do get a lot more stuff. With Legacy, like, there's Mega Man Legacy Collection, and there's Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Legacy Collection 1 has 1 through 6, the NES originals, while Legacy Collection 2 has 7 through 10, which are the later Mega Man games in that original series. So even with just Legacy Collection 1 by itself, you get the first 6 games, whereas Wily Wars, you get the first 3. But there is exclusive content. Again, it's a remastered version. That's not on the original. And then you also get that Wily Tower mode, which I didn't get a chance to check out today because it does require a completion of all 3 Mega Man games, which I wasn't going to be able to do today. But ultimately, if you do have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, you have this game included. So if you could do a lot worse if you wanted to play the original Mega Man versions. In fact, I think these are great ways to play the original Mega Man games if you have a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, because if you already have that, you're not really paying anything additional to play the first 3 Mega Man games. And maybe just maybe, if you've never even touched the series and you play this on your on your Switch, you may be inspired to pick up the Legacy Collections to see what happens afterwards, because again, it's only remade the first 3 games. They didn't do a second Genesis collection that also remade the 4 through 6. So your only way to play those games is through the original versions, which the best way to do that is on the Legacy Collection, which is on every single console, right? Every single current console. You can play it on Switch, you can play it on your PlayStation, it's on Steam, you can play it on Xbox, like, it's everywhere. There's no shortage of ways to play the Mega Man series now, and more Legacy Collections come out that lets you play more of the series. You can play the X series, you can play the Mega Man Zero series and the ZX series. The Legacy Collection is also going to be including soon the Battle Network Collection, so you'll be able to play that too. So it's a good time to be a Mega Man fan. There's not a whole lot new coming out, but if you're just trying to get yourself into the series, there's a lot of ways to do it. And like I said, this is here for you if you want to experience the first 3 Mega Man games in a very perfectly acceptable format. Again, I'll reiterate, I think the only thing that's going to put you off from the controls is if you have played the NES originals, because it is a little different. But If you've never touched the series before, I think this is perfectly fine. And if you have touched the series, I personally only found like a quick adjustment, and then I was having a good time with it. I think these are great ways to play the games. So, that's a pretty long-winded explanation and everything. But to summarize the last key points, Mega Man series, original series holds up. Wily Wars holds up. But I would recommend getting the Legacy Collection if you really want to go all in. But this is a good way to trial that if you want to. Or it's a cool way to just play the first 3 Mega Man games if you've never experienced this version. I think it's a good version to try out these 3 games if you never really have, or if you want to just experience them again. I think there's just enough improvement that they're worth checking out. All right, so that's gonna do it. I gotta say I was very excited to do this episode because I do like Mega Man. There's a lot of games in the series I haven't played yet. A lot of games in the series I haven't played, but I am one of those people that want to get into the series, continue onwards. So I'm glad that this is here. I'm glad this is a cool way that I can experience those games, and I might just do it this way, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As far as streams this week, it's going to be a little quieter because I am very busy this week. I'm literally going to a wedding this week, and there's a lot of preparation that goes with that, as you can imagine. So not a whole lot of streams this week. There is our live podcast coming this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I'm continuing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond on Sunday. You will not want to miss this episode because it is in this episode of Pokemon that we are finally confronting Dialga. And I'm also going to try to get our 8th badge. I'm actually not working at all on Sunday. Like, I took some time off because of the wedding stuff that's happening. So that day is relatively free for me. So I might try to start that stream pretty early. I am going to coordinate with my usual co-host, Christy, to see how early I can start that. To see how much we can get done. Because, again, I say this all the time, but Scarlet and Violet is getting closer and closer. We're now a month away from that game. A month and some change. So it is definitely in our best interest to get Brilliant Diamond finished. So we are ready to go when Violet and Scarlet comes out. So keep an eye out for that. We're also going to have our stream schedule up very soon on the website, which, speaking of the website, if you enjoyed the stream, check out HPCritical.com. We have all kind of articles on gaming and media that you guys can check out, including our stream schedule for the month, which will be up by latest tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, and if you enjoy the stream, definitely check out our social media as well, so you can stay up to date on everything that we're doing, not only on the website, but on the socials as well, streaming wise. So on Twitter, we're at critical_HP. That's our Twitter, so you can check out stuff for, what the website does, like articles, as well as game releases and other cool stuff. If you're looking specifically for our stream information, check us out at HPC Streams on Twitter. Our Instagram is HP Critical Gaming, and our Facebook is HP Critical. So you can follow any of those to stay up to date on all the cool things that we are doing on in the world of HP Critical and gaming in general. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. The Mega Man series is well beloved for a reason, man. And even these versions, which are not the best versions of 1, 2, and 3, are still fantastic versions to play, honestly. So however you play Mega Man is good, honestly. Whether you're playing at the hardest difficulty you can, whether you're making it a little easier yourself using modern conveniences, and whether you're playing the 16-bit or the 8-bit version, Mega Man, you really can't go wrong with that game series. It's a classic. Oh God, I'm like, you can't barely. Oh, there we go. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope to see you guys later this week.